All right, everybody, let's get serious for a moment. It's hard to believe, but approximately 1 in 5 Western New Yorkers are living with a mental health diagnosis. Yet many of these people suffer in silence because of the discrimination that goes along with it. So today we're starting a conversation to end the stigma surrounding mental illness. That's where the Erie County Anti-Stigma Coalition comes in. Coalition member and CEO of Crisis Services, Jessica Pirro, joins us this morning, along with Coalition founding member and executive director of the Patrick P. Lee Foundation, Jane Mogavero, joins us this morning. It's so good to see you, ladies, and it really just starts with a conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. We really believe in the work that we're doing and the work of the coalition to talk about mental illness and dispel some of the myths that are surrounding it.
Can you start by telling us a little bit about the background of the coalition and what you do?
Yeah, back actually in 2016, there was members of our community who service the mentally ill every day who said, you know, we continue to see the issues around stigma and we need to do something about it. So this small group started and has grown to 16 members now of individuals from various organizations and community agencies that wanted to really figure out how do we start to reduce stigma in our community, because we know if we reduce stigma, people will access services more, and if they access services more, we'll have a healthier community. So the coalition really came about of a conversation and really started the whole effort around the mission of the coalition, which is the focus of our campaign, which is join the conversation and really having a dialogue around mental health.
So talk to us about that tagline and how we can share this with Western New Yorkers and how they can take part in raising awareness.
Yeah, I think so many times when people are struggling with mental illness, they don't feel that they have support in the community or that people won't understand. And there are so many people that don't have enough information to provide resources and help when it's needed. So what we're hoping to do is to get people to share their stories. So many people live in our community productive, meaningful lives while they manage their illness. And I think that's what we really want to communicate, that there is hope. People want to be supportive and give the tools to the community to provide that support.
So how else can the community move this mission forward?
Well, one of the things that's a big part of our coalition and the campaign is to actually take a pledge to join the conversation. And if you go to the website letstalkstigma.org, there's a section to take the pledge. And it's really saying that you're going to be very conscious about mental health. And that includes the language that we use. And we talk a lot about how, you know, through the years, people identify people with mental health as crazy or use words like psycho or insane, and those are words that sometimes are used in a joking way or maybe off the cuff, but don't realize how impactful that can be to somebody who, like you mentioned at the start of this conversation, 1 in 5 of us are experiencing a mental health condition. And so it's really important that we take that pledge and pay attention to how we use our language and pay attention to really just reaching out to people and giving them hope that there is recovery in dealing with their mental health. So we really encourage people to take the pledge. And there's also, we do a lot of awareness conversations and training opportunities that partners, business leaders can get involved in.
Certainly. I mean, we really hope that people will take advantage of the resources on the website, letstalkstigma.org. There's mental health first aid courses, which help people understand when someone is in a crisis, how to help them get the services they need. We're not training people to be doctors, but really to just provide that additional layer of comfort and support when it's needed. And so many people are interacting with people with mental diagnosis and don't realize it. So community leaders, church leaders, teachers, you know, we all have a part in this. We're all, you know, a community that wants to see everyone living a well-balanced life. And so it's important that we all take that stand.
Well, how can the community become more competent about mental health and know how to handle this situation if a loved one comes to them or a friend?
Well, the website, the letstalkstigma.org, has a ton of resource information and ways to maybe engage a conversation with somebody. But there's the partners of the coalition that are also listed on there, at Crisis Services being one of them. And one of the things is you don't necessarily have to have all the answers when somebody's talking to you. It's just knowing maybe what agency to call or maybe utilize the hotline at Crisis Services for some guidance, because we really want to just help people start to talk about maybe the struggles that they're dealing with and make them feel more safe. to come forward, because we know that if people come forward and get treatment and get help, that they can have very successful, productive lives, and they don't have to struggle alone. So the resources on the website can really guide not only an individual who has a mental health condition, but also family members, friends who might want to have a conversation with them, so that they can provide that support and guidance to their loved one.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so much
us
for having
today,
us.
and have a
Thank you.
happy new year to
Happy
the both
New
of
Year.
you. And it all starts with a conversation to raise awareness about mental health. And on the screen, you can see letstalkstigma.org. We'll see you in just a little bit.